Hey guys, how's it going? I'm DudeNotSoHD, and today we're going to be talking about the new update in Fortnite. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please drop it a like, and if you feel so inclined, please subscribe. So it really feels like it's been a year since we've got an update, but finally we're getting a new update. Obviously we can't complain because Epic were out on holiday, so I mean they deserve a break too. So patch 15.20 is coming up pretty shortly, and Hypex just tweeted that there'll be a new lever action shotgun, new exotic called the Hop Rock Dualies, clues of the secret battle pass skin in stealthy POI, and pre-edit option. Now this all sounds cool, but the thing I really want to hone in on is the new lever action shotgun. The reason for that is because it's quite clear and obvious that Epic themselves are trying to change up the shotgun meta. I think they're trying to bring in more variety, and in doing so they've removed the pump because the pump just was that good that there was never any reason to use any other shotgun other than the pump. And I mean, there has been a few moments where the pump was beaten by another shotgun, or at least the other shotgun came close, like the combat shotgun when that was really good. And I think in season 1 and 2, maybe it was season 2 of chapter 2, the attack was actually pretty decent because it did hit for 180, so it wasn't too bad to use a purple tack. Anyway, fast forward, and now we're in this meta where we've got a charged shotgun, attack shotgun, and I fucking can't even, oh yes, the Dragon's Breath trash. And it feels quite lackluster. Nobody really likes any of these shotguns, and the attack I think has taken the cake there because people can just attack you all day long. I think the charge is pretty good because they even fucking buffed the thing. However, it's still a clunky shotgun. Sometimes your fucking shots don't go off. Apparently it's got a lot to do with ping, so if you've got shit ping, good luck to you. You're never going to hit a fucking shot in your life. A shot is never even going to leave the barrel because of how clunky this shotgun is. But we get the idea. I get what Epic is trying to do. They're trying to bring in a shotgun where it does high damage, but you need some drawbacks to it. You need to have some skill to get that damage out. And I think that's not a bad way of doing things, because I do think the problem with the pump is because the complaining doesn't stop just because the pump is in the game. People have issues with the pump, and that is the 200 damage. The 200 damage is nice to hit. Everyone likes to hit 200, but people don't like to get 200. And the problem with it is usually that 200 you get in the face is usually after you've been smacking someone and it looks like you're going to win the fight, and then suddenly smack, you've been hit with 200 damage. And that usually is the most infuriating feeling that you can have, because you just feel like you've been hard done by. So let's move on to this new lever action shotgun. So this sounds half interesting. I'm a bit worried about it because it is lever action, and we recently got a lever action weapon, and it is so shit, the new lever action sniper, which is a big pile of dog shit. And I don't understand it because it's just like the worst version of a hunting rifle. And it wouldn't be half bad if first shot accuracy didn't take 6 fucking years to get ready. That is also probably why it's so bad, because if the first shot accuracy actually came along a little bit quicker, I don't think it would be that bad. But right now, that gun is trash. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with the shotgun. I do remember hearing early on that there was going to be a shotgun that they were going to release very similar to the pump. However, it's only going to do 180 at max, but it's going to have sort of similar spread, similar range, all of those things, and maybe a little bit faster between shots. And this actually doesn't sound too bad. It seems like a good middle ground, but it really depends on how they go about it. So we don't really have a lot of information about this, but it is exciting because the more shotguns that they can come up with, probably the better. But hopefully this time around it's something worth getting excited over, because the last few shotguns have been quite bad. I mean, they do a lot of damage. The Dragon Shotgun and the Charged Shotgun do a lot of damage, but they have serious drawbacks where I almost feel like the drawbacks are too much at this point. The Charge, very clunky, and the Dragon's Breath, you have to basically sit on someone's dick to kill them. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about the shotgun meta and where it is, and if you're at all excited about this. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video.